Hi Pisces, this is your general reading for the month of October. Now, before I begin this reading, I just want to make you aware that I have had to start to change the spreads slightly for the general reading and the relationship reading, because as of this month I want to start doing readings for single people. So purely because of the timing aspect, I've had to make the spreads shorter in terms of the cards that are laid out. But nonetheless, you will still get a full reading, and if I do feel the need to take extra cards to clarify, then I will. Now, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards, so we're going to get straight into the reading. Now, the overall energy being brought in this month is the Knight of Cups. Now, the cups are water energy, so we have your own energy here. The water energy represents yourselves, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. The cups are to do with our emotions, our feelings, and love, okay? Now, the Knight of Cups is a nice card to have. But I must just say this. The Knight of Cups is somebody that is more ruled by their heart, is more governed by their emotions. The Knight of Cups can often talk about somebody that is in love with the idea of being in love. Now, I have to say, it is possible that you may have another water sign in your life, but because you are the water sign, I'm inclined to think that at the moment, this is maybe how you are feeling. That maybe you are feeling, have this dreamy way about you, because in my experience, Pisces can often be like that. You can be very dreamy. You can fantasize sometimes. Not in a negative way. Please don't take it like that. So, the fact that this card says you could be in love with the idea of being in love, it does fit the Pisces character to some extent, okay? But overall, it is a good card. It's in terms of relationships, and this is a general reading, but in terms of relationships, it can show that in love you are reaching your goals. That if you are single, you may meet somebody new. That if you're already in a committed relationship, it may go to the next stage of marriage or having children together. The only downside to the Knight of Cups is that he's not always very action driven, because in terms of the physical sense, because he tends to act more on his emotions, and they are his driving force, rather than like a fire energy where it's a physical force. And sometimes, because the Knight of Cups can be somebody, as I said, that is in love with the idea of being in love, they may, as I said, live in this little fantasy world where what they are actually offering may not be what they say they are offering, I should say, may not be what they offer, because as I said, they're more caught up and in love with the idea of being in love, maybe more so than actually being in love, if that makes sense. Now, the next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. The pentacles represent the earth element. They are often to do with our finances, our work, and money, okay, and jobs. Now, it is reversed, and I should say the earth element represents Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But like I said, you may not be dealing with those signs, okay? As I said, it is reversed. It's fallen in the position of the crossing position, okay? Now, it is possible that moments there could be somebody around you that is exerting power in some way or is behaving in a very controlling way. It doesn't have to be controlling over you. It could be over a group of people. Now, it could be you that at the moment is behaving in this controlling way or is exerting their power a little bit too much. But I'm inclined to think it's more somebody around you. It's got that feeling where you feel you are in competition with somebody, okay? It could be as well that you are thinking of a career move, or it could be within a work relation setup stroke relationship. There is a lack of teamwork at the moment that's creating this competitiveness between a group of people. Because it can be very much about that there is no teamwork at the moment, okay? It's like you are trying to get your opinion across, but either a group of people or somebody is talking over you and you're not able to make yourself heard. And to be honest with you, I'm actually picking up that this is more in terms of your work now rather than personal relationships. Now, in the foundation position of your reading, we have the Tower card. Lots of people do not like the Tower card. It is a major arcana. So it's a major message that they're trying to get across to you, okay? Now, if you don't like the Tower card, then to be honest with you, you'd probably prefer to see it in the reverse than the upright. I personally don't mind the Tower card. But anyway, what it can signify is that you may know change is coming, okay? Or you may be needing change. But you know that with a big change, and with the Tower card, it is normally a big significant change, that you know that by making this change, there could be a risk involved. And that could be preventing you from making the change that you are desperately needing. Now, the energy I'm picking up, to be honest with you, is more in terms of your work. I don't know why. I'm not picking the feeling up that this is a personal relationship for you. I'm feeling that somebody is wanting a major change on the job front or their career or something. Or maybe wanting to start a new business on their own. I don't know. It's just something that's telling me this is more work related with you. And I feel that you are maybe resisting the change that you desperately want, because like I said, you know there could be a risk involved. If you're starting your own business, obviously that's risky. If you go to a new job, you may not like it. If you're starting a whole new career, then you may struggle with that. It may not be the correct career for you. So there's lots of if, buts and maybes here. But I feel that you know that major change is coming, and I think it's a change that you want, but for some reason you are fearing this change because of a risk that may be involved. Now, the next card we have is the Moon card. It is another major arcana, so again, an important message to get across to you. The Moon card has fallen within your near past position. Now, when I say near past, it could be yesterday, it could be a couple of weeks ago, it could be a couple of months ago. But the thing with the near past position is that it's something that's still having an effect on you now, okay? Now, the key words with the Moon card are crisis of faith, indecision, some possible disillusionment, solitude, and trying to gain perspective on something. Now, as you can see, we have the moon there, and we have these barking dogs up at the moon, okay? We have, I don't know, I think that's probably a lobster there. But anyway, regardless, this lobster is wanting to step out of the water and go onto this path, but it's not sure, because the path ahead is only lit by the moon, so it's not a bright light, and it does not know what's at the end of this path because it can't see properly because of it being dark. So it's making this decision to stay in the water or to step out. And again, I think this is how you have been feeling in the past. You have been wondering whether to step out of something or whether to stay in the safeties of the waters. And like we've seen with the Tower card, change is coming, because with the Tower card, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. You know, it's like fate intervenes and the change comes. And you are wanting this change. And I think you've been wanting this change for some time, but you are very hesitant because, like I said, the path is not brightly lit and you don't know what's going to be at the very end of that path. But you know what? Sometimes it's the fear of something that can make something look fearful. Because we fear this path, we think it's bad and it's not going to be in our best interests. But sometimes we need to get over our fear of something to be able to move forward and to get what we truly want. This lobster has no idea what's going to be at the end of the path. It may be something negative, but it could be something very, very positive. But unless he comes out of the safety of these waters, he's never ever going to know. And I think that's why the Tower card has shown up within your foundations, because the change has to come. But you've got to get over this fear factor and step out of your little safety network and possibly take the risk and see what is at the end of the path. Because otherwise you could be in a situation where you are going to be forever wondering, and you could let an opportunity pass you by because you're not sure how it's going to work out, and that opportunity may never ever come your way again. So you need to bear that in mind. Now here we have the Page of Swords. Now, the next card we have here is the Page of Swords. The swords represent the air element, and they represent Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Now, the swords are all to do with our thoughts, our mind, and our logic. All to do with our minds, okay? Now, the Page of Swords, the energy, I should say, with the Page of Swords is somebody who does not keep their promises or cannot keep their promises, okay? Somebody that makes promises but lets people down. It can also be somebody that acts hastily and does not think and is not thinking things through properly before they act. Now, this card has fallen within your present situation, your here and now. Now, the Page of Swords as an energy, it's not a nice energy. It can often be somebody who spreads gossip, malicious gossip, or tells lies, or is manipulative. Now, I'm actually having trouble here seeing where this energy fits into this reading here. Because so far, this reading has been very much about somebody wanting change and being indecisive. But now we have this character here. Now, the page, I should say, often speaks about a person. And if it is talking about a person, it's normally a younger person, teens to early 20s. But the thing with these court cards, it doesn't have to be a person. It can just be the energy. Now, I don't know if it's you that is acting in this way, or whether it is somebody around you that is acting in this way. But somebody, either you or somebody else, is most definitely not acting in a very nice way. Somebody is being malicious, somebody is telling lies, and somebody is being manipulative. Now, if this is not you and it's somebody else, then make no mistake, you will not be treated fairly by this person. And don't, whatever you do, allow yourself to think that you will be, because you won't. Now, I don't know why this has shown up, and I don't know in what connection this is. The only thing, actually, the thing that's come into my head, if I'm truthful now, is I feel that there is somebody around you that is behaving in this way. There is somebody acting in this nasty way. And it is possible it is somebody that you work with, or somebody that you are in business with, somebody that I feel that you deal with more on the work front than in your personal life. And I feel that this person, amongst other reasons, is why you are wanting this change. Is why the Tower card has shown up to say that change is going to come. Because I feel that it could be, I don't know, because as I said, the page is normally somebody younger, but it could be a boss. Doesn't have to be somebody younger. It can be somebody that's just got the energy of this Page of Swords. But somebody definitely around you is behaving in this way. Not very nice person at all. Somebody that really you need to keep distance from and definitely do not trust. And I feel that this person is partly to do with why you are wanting to step away from something. But you're not sure whether to step away from this situation or not. Now, if you're dealing with this person, you're definitely going to want to step away from them. It's not somebody you're going to want to have a relationship with. So I don't think this is a relationship. I think this is somebody that's in your working environment that behaves in this way. Now, I'm not saying this is the sole reason why you want to leave maybe a job or come away from a business partnership, but it could be part of the reason. But I definitely think that this is somebody around you that is very nasty, very nasty. And I think this is resulting in you wanting this change. Most definitely. Now, here we have the Major Arcana card, and it is the Magician. This card has fallen within your final outcome. Now, when I see the Magician, I much prefer to see the Magician in the upright. Because sadly, again, with this card, this is somebody that is a manipulator. This is somebody that is extremely deceitful. This is somebody that is coming across in a very charming way. But make no mistake, they're turning on the charm for their own hidden agenda. And this person cannot be trusted. This person has no problems with exploiting other people. Just nasty. A nasty individual. And sadly, this Magician in your outcome card is most definitely that Page of Swords. Somebody around you is being extremely deceitful, is being very, very manipulative, is maybe spreading malicious gossip and lies about you or others around you, and is purely doing all of this because they have a hidden agenda. They come across in a very charming way, so people may not realise that they are being deceitful and manipulative, but make no mistake, they are. This is somebody that you need to separate yourself from. This is somebody that is just full of betrayal and disappointment. And I very much feel that this is somebody in your working world. I don't pick up that you are in a personal relationship with this person. And make no mistake, if you are in a personal relationship with this person, then I would want to step away from them. But I'm not picking up personal relationship here. This is somebody that I think is more to do with your work, but he is a trickster. And he can definitely not be trusted. I'm going to pull the card from the top of this deck just to see. Okay, I just felt the need to pull one more card here, okay? We have the Seven of Cups here, which again, the cups is your own energy. It is reversed. And this talks about somebody who wants all their wishes to be granted. Somebody that avoids dealing with things how they actually are. they would rather look at things on how they want them to be rather than the reality of how they actually are. Again, this card speaks about deception. Now, because it is a Cups card and it talks about our emotions and our feelings, but the fact that you are a Pisces, this is your energy here, okay? Because this could be a relationship, but for some reason, I'm not getting the feeling that this is a relationship. I don't know why. But there is somebody around you that is horrible. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. I'm not going to dress it up any other way. There's somebody around you that is really a nasty, nasty bit of work. And somebody that, as I said, is extremely charming. And maybe that's why this card has shown up. It's not literally in the sense of the wishes being granted, but it's literally that this person comes along in such a charming, charming way that makes you think that all your wishes can be granted, that all your wishes can come true. But make no mistake, none of your wishes are going to come true when you're dealing with this magician stroke Page of Swords character. No way. This card is lovely when it's this way. Can still be a bit fanciful and a bit dreamy, but when it's this way, it's not so good. And I think that this person makes you believe or makes you think that in some way all your wishes can come true. Now that's either on an emotional level, on a material level, or in terms of work or career. But make no mistake, this person is not going to make any of your wishes come true. All they are trying to do is make their own wishes come true, because they have a hidden agenda. They're liars, they're deceitful, they're manipulative, and they're malicious. And if you know somebody or have any gut feeling that somebody around you is behaving in that way, then make no mistake, you should keep a distance from them and don't believe what they're telling you. And like I said, I don't know why. I've just got this very strong feeling that this is somebody within your more working world life than on a personal level. But of course, it's going to apply to all of you differently. This reading may not resonate with any of you, because it is a very specific message here. This is the third reading I've done tonight, and all three of these readings have been very, very specific and quite straightforward in the message, because the message has been so strong and so specific. We see straight away at the beginning of this reading with the Knight of Cups that somebody's in, has that kind of way about them where they're in love with the idea of being in love. Now, this could be you that, is more emotional based. And in terms of work, maybe somebody is taking advantage of that somehow. We have the Tower card there, that change is coming. It's change that you desperately want, but you are feeling very indecisive and fearful as to whether to make this change or not. I definitely feel that if the change is not wanted because of this nasty magician person, then you are just dealing with somebody like that. But make no mistake, we've had two cards here, the Page of Swords and the Magician, that both speak of the same energy: manipulation, deceit, lies, malicious gossip, pretending to be very charming, maybe very loving, when actually they're not. They are only for themselves. They are narcissistic. And they have very much a hidden agenda. And they are somebody that you want to avoid. Now, it could literally be two sides to this reading. One side where you are desperately wanting change. And that's one side of your life. And another side when where you are dealing with this nasty individual, and both sides may not even be connected to one another. It could be, and I have to say it, although I'm not really feeling it, but it has to be said that yes, it could be a personal relationship. I cannot rule that out, that it could be a personal relationship, and that somebody you are involved with is this nasty magician and comes across very charming and loving when actually they are not. They should be avoided. As I said, this reading will apply to all of you very differently, and it may not apply to any of you. But the most important message I can say here is that if you are dealing or know this magician character, then please distance yourself, because they are not a nice individual. So Pisces, that does conclude your reading. Now, as I said, it may not resonate with any of you. But if you have liked this video, then please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't, then by all means give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, that would be great. As you know now from previous videos, I always make sure I reply to every comment that you leave for me. Whether it's positive or negative, I always reply to you. And I'm always grateful when you do leave a comment, because the fact that you've taken the time to do that means a lot to me. I really do wish this reading could have been more positive. It started out fairly negative, and to be honest, it's ended quite negatively. But the only reason it's ended negatively is because of this nasty individual, this magician stroke Page of Swords. And I think if that you can step away from this person, then I think your life can turn around. And your life can change, and you can get the change that you want. But I think the only way you're going to achieve that change is to step away from whoever this person is. Now, this person, as I said, maybe none of you will know somebody like that. Maybe some of you will, and it could be on a personal level. For some of you, it could be work. I don't know why. Just something in me has told me that it's more to do with a work situation. But I cannot rule out that it could be on a personal level for some of you. So there we go. That does conclude your reading. Now, I will be back again very soon to do your relationship reading for October, and to do the new readings for single Pisces in the month of October. So until then, thank you for watching. Bye.